stops the aging process dead in its tracks.
Unlike in the movie Death Becomes Her, drinking a magic potion won't make you live forever.
I'm a girl.
But that doesn't mean we aren't obsessed with living longer. Even celebrities like Maria Menounos promoting the health benefits of full-body scans to Hoda on Today.
That you have to be the CEO of your health.
Longevity medicine is the business of helping people live healthier, longer lives. Last year, it topped $26 billion in the U.S. I'm here outside the Princeton Longevity Center in Manhattan to give you a look at what happens. But first, I had to fill out an extensive health questionnaire, everything from my eating habits to my sleeping habits to my family's medical history. And we are here bright and early today because this whole experience is going to take about 8 hours.
Welcome to Princeton Longevity Center.
After check-in, I'm taken to my private lounge where I'll rest between medical exams and tests. Okay, I'm told the first thing we're doing this morning is getting my vital signs. They're going to draw some blood. They're checking my hormone levels. They're going to look at kidney and liver function. And they're doing it all this morning so that we can get the results by this afternoon. Pretty quick turnaround. I'm getting a bone density and body scan to measure my bone strength and muscle mass. Blood draws to screen for things like genetic cancer markers, cholesterol, and vitamin deficiencies. Oh, last one already?
You're on the last one.
Yay! A test of my resting metabolic rate to see how many calories I burn just by existing. So when I'm resting, my body's burning 1,000 calories. Around 1,000 calories. And a standard physical.
Ever been told you snore?
No, I don't think I snore. Dr. David Fine founded the Princeton Longevity Center in 2001 to help people optimize their health with nutrition, exercise, and medical care with the hope of living longer and better. Who makes an ideal patient? Because for some people, knowing what's coming down the road can make them more anxious and more stressed.
On the one hand, that's true. On the other hand, though, you have two choices. You can find out what's going on, or it can find you.
Where is the sweet spot where some things may resolve on their own versus I'm going in and doing so much intervention and some of it may not be necessary?
Well, certainly a lot of things do resolve on their own. What we're really looking for really are more of the things that are going to be the chronic diseases of getting older. Your risk of diabetes, your risk of heart attacks and strokes, your cancer risk, for example. My day continues with a CT scan of my heart and body.
A few tests down, a few more to go. Nearly 3.5 hours later,
Breakfast at last.
a quick bite and a cardiac stress test with a sports physiologist. This is definitely aptly named stress test. Then a vision and hearing test. Next up is the ultimate athlete stress test. I thought that walking thing was hard. I think this is going to be really rough.
The price you have to pay if you want to be an athlete.
What if you're just a reporter? I'm hooked up to the same machine used by Olympic athletes to measure my oxygen output and heart health.
You got it, you got it.
The view from the top, unbeatable. But after 10 minutes with the speed and incline creeping up, I'm beat. I survived it. Barely. I get my results quickly.
Your heart is acting like a 28-year-old.
But when I meet with the nutritionist who reviewed my food logs, she tells me to beef up my protein intake.
Out of all your calories, only 15% is coming from protein.
How much should be coming?
Should be 30 to 40.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Then I get the verdict on my overall health.
On the whole, you're actually in really good health.
Dr. Fine says the scans did find the bone density in my hips is below normal, and my body fat percentage was above average at 36%. He recommended weight-bearing exercise and strength training. It's time to pump me up. Then an unexpected result.
You had a small nodule over here in your left lung. It's this little guy right there.
Wow, okay. Dr. Fine says it's likely a harmless lymph node, but recommended I get scanned in a year to check for growth.
We don't yet have a lot of data on the experiences of people who are taking up these new services.
Dan Belsky is a professor at Columbia University's Butler Aging Center. If someone doesn't have the time or, frankly, the money to invest in a screening like the one I underwent, what do you tell them to do?
Eat a healthy diet, exercise, fill your life with things that matter to you. A social network surrounding and supporting you, that can be incredibly important for building healthy longevity.
If you want to try it, Belsky says, talk to your primary care doctor about the tests you want to take, research the facility and provider credentials, and avoid untested procedures that promise anti-aging effects. So the big question, can you tell me how long I'm going to live?
You are certainly younger biologically than you are chronologically.
We will get to the Smucker's jar. Yeah, so this was a really intensive experience. I also took an online neurological exam at home to test my memory and brain function. They also sent out some of my blood samples to be screened for cancer and genetic markers for certain diseases. Luckily for me, everything came back fine. No red flags there. I also walked out of there with this. This is a deep dive into my current health. This day of screenings, though, not cheap. It was about $5,000, and some of these longevity clinics offer services throughout the year. They can go for $60,000 or more, meaning you're coming back for checkups, you're working with a nutritionist, a trainer, but, you know, it's a very holistic look at everything.
What's that vest thing?
So, you know, as you saw there, I have low bone density in my hips, and so one of the recommendations is more weight-bearing exercise. This is a 6-pound little weight vest. I know it looks so nerdy, but I wear it when I walk the dog, and it just adds a little bit of extra weight. Yeah, and it's okay. I mean, some people are hardcore. They'll like jog with these weighted vests. They can be like 6, 10, 12 pounds. 6 pounds is fine for me, but it really did make me think, all right, I've got to add more protein. Like, I've got to work on my muscles.
Well, let's talk about your 20-something-year-old heart.
You know,
Hello.
28-year-old
Let's lead with
heart.
that, girl.
Amazing.
Congrats.
And we know your memory and brain function are like stratospheric
because you see that every day.
No one keeps track of more stuff than you do, Vicky.
Does insurance cover any of it?
So insurance will cover maybe some of the individual screenings depending on the schedule at which you're getting them. Like if I'm getting this ahead of time, what's recommended, then no, it's not going to. But it's worth calling your insurance company and asking for a couples discount or a corporate discount. Some of these centers do that too.
Cool. Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
Glad you're healthy.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, me too.
19 minutes after the hour, say hello to Dylan. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Vicky, I think they should be paying you. You did all the work.
I know, right? Yeah, that was not easy. It was not easy.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear your health is just fine.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.